Here's Ruth, such an important inclusion. Glue player in this Townsville team. Does a bit of everything.
Interesting to see how she goes with coming off that ankle injury. Step Reid
comes up with the opening points. Whitcomb steps back, gives herself some room. Kuzo, not quite, and away comes Potter. A couple of early touches for Emily, been important. Here's Atwell, puts it on the floor, drives and scores. Reid, Kuzo, slight fumble, lovely finish. She's really developed that touch nicely. Tries to back in on Maylee. Annalee looking to try and hold her ground. Potter came across to provide some help D. Ruth just in time releases and Zatina finishes.
Looks like Zatina might need the sweat towel. She's had a few bobbles early.
Potter, long range is good from Emily. She was 1 for 10 on the season from three-point range. And that's a welcome early strike from the Canadian.
Straight back at you. Courtney Woods finds.
Graffy, hasn't Courtney Woods just had a great season for Townsville this year?
She has, you know, she stepped in, scoring big, finds a way to get to the rim. Unorthodox looking, but you see it there against
Kuzo to the corner.
We'll talk about precise offense. That was it. Ruth couldn't hit that corner three.
There's McDonald out on the burst.
That's that speed that we talked about at the beginning.
5 years with the Lynx. Played in a grand final there, but not a premiership. Whitcomb on cue.
They haven't quite negated that handoff at the top of the keyway there.
Troy Card to Atwell. It's a screen, pops up the shot and drains it.
Well, and when she finishes, she goes up into the air and has a look around where the basket is, where her defender is, and is just able to finish so well.
Maylee, here's Atwell again. Wow. Trouble. She's feeling it, Amy.
Danger.
You know, because she is coming off a long-term injury, and he sort of said they try and go with the 4-2-4. So player for 4, rester for 2, player for another 4, if that works. Sometimes in a game that's not, but that's sort of their theory.
Just had to take some time to get used to how the game was reffed in the WNBL, and she settled in nicely the back half of the year. Reid will go herself and nail it. Final 90 seconds of the opening term. Chippertoni, tough finish, does well. Spins on Kunek, massive screen from Potter. Clinch Hoycard gets to position and floats it in. Kunek wanted the call. Working on Clinch Hoycard, tough finish. Good D. McDonald with speed. Gets to position and finishes. Final play of the opening term. Lynx lead it by 3. It's Reid versus McDonald. Airy. Shimmy, shakes, gets to the line, can't finish. Potter there to tie it up. Graffy, Amy Atwell, 13 points in the first quarter, and the rebounds 19-7 to Perth.
Yeah, unbelievable, and 7 offensive boards, you know, and that rebounding count is what allows them to get out and run. Right now, the game is on their terms. Up tempo, as you'll see.
Can she find the target? Kunek can't, it's short. 2 for 7 now from long range. Townsville, and at the other end, Emily Potter having a massive influence. 9 points and 6 boards for Potter in just over a quarter of basketball. Been outstanding. Sammy, this time it drops. Can she get going? Her first points of the game. Donald to Potter. Here's Airy. Tight turning circle, just runs around a screen, finds Maylee, who makes the 2. Reid.
See how quickly Coach Seabom calls a timeout.
Zawi B, Whitcomb, that's a good sign.
If he had one in, he's cancelled it.
So really critical today for Townsville. Zawi B goes to the corner for Kunek. Steps back and makes it.
Wow, vintage Kunek.
Townsville ratcheting up their offense early in this second term. They've answered the call here. Margin got out to 9.
So have a bit of a zone out there, and they've had no problem navigating that.
Emily Potter dominating right now. Whitcomb, their big 2. The field just need to have a massive impact. And there's Zawi B. Who said she couldn't shoot the 3?
And just made some big shots like Zawi B right there.
Again, Potter. The big body of Emily Potter, one of the few in the league that can bash bodies with Zatina and Zawi B. McDonald from distance.
You just give her that ball. I mean, great decision by Annalee Maylee to come in.
Nice cut from Whitcomb. Slapped away by McDonald, was all ball.
Massive play defensively.
Maley runs at Zawi B, puts it on the floor. Zawi B did just enough. Affected the shot. Quick back the other way. Kurnick has to gather. Well done, Potter. Now McDonald. Game being paid at breakneck speed right now, which generally suits Perth.
Oh, wow.
And that's why.
There you go. Enough straight back to McDonald, and never in doubt, Graffy.
It's Perth by 9.
Right now the game's being played on the Perth Lynx terms. It's up-tempo. When Townsville shoot quick and miss, they're getting it run down their throat. He wants execution here. He wants the ball to change sides, go in, out. Stroke Courtney Woods.
Margin back to 6. Good child. Gets to position and finishes.
And that's what they do.
Reed.
We saw the change up of defence out of that timeout. Perth Lynx went through their zone.
Big screen from Zawi B allows Reed to get to position and finish.
Finds a little floater.
Lovely touch. Good child. Try to get at the Potter. Too much traffic around. Away comes Woods. Will she take on Maley one-on-one? She will, and one.
And was just able to finish so...
For Townsville to make it a one-possession game again.
She's money from the free throw line.
Once again, they've come from 9 points down, but she misses thanks to Crappy. Akuzo.
And she drops to 89% as a career free throw shooter.
Reed. Akuzo, the spin move was nice.
Wow.
Tony did it well. Saw it and took it. Ryan not expecting Shannon to introduce anything too different.
Yeah, they'll both have a few wrinkles and a few things in their back pocket.
Well, Potter again. Wow. What a game she's playing, Emily Potter.
I mean, you can't let a player like that in this sort of form not have a body on her on the glass.
Nice response from Kunek, who found some space. Emily Potter on the verge of a double-double in the first half. McDonald just plucks it out of the air. Shot clock down to 6. Airy. Chippertoni. This would lift the crowd off the glass. Shannon Seabohm just turns disgusted. McDonald steps around Whitcomb. Kicks it out. Maley sets the feet and goes bang. Townsville have got numbers back. Set their D well on this occasion. Airy feeds it through. Potter outstanding. We've sung her praises, and why not? She is playing an exceptional game of basketball. Second half of action in Perth. Game 2 of this best-of-3 semi-final series. Atwell blocked by Roof. Massive rejection. Can Michaela finish at the other end? That's a huge play for Townsville.
That's one little thing, that one little block could really spark their defense, and we see another deflection, another hand in there, and now they have the opportunity to come down and score.
Wow, suddenly this next minute feels really important. Woods, can she get past Potter? She can, and finishes.
Wow. Again, that's the use of her body, finding her defender and then making space for herself to finish.
And the little zone, you know, they've started this third quarter in a zone.
Oh, that's huge. In to Potter, flip back, great hands. Good child's got some support, goes herself and one.
Wow, the Perth Lynx are just feeling it, aren't they?
Child to McDonald, now Maley. Back to Airy, shot clock to 7. Finds a spot she likes and just drains it with the greatest of ease.
Perimeter shot off 1 or 2 passes.
Hanley now at the offensive end. Turns, tough one. Roof got a piece of it. Well done. Zawi B. On to Reed quickly. She'll set. Woods wants to take Maley on. Again, that ability to just be balanced in the air. Up to 18 points, as you can see. Steph Reed with 11. McDonald, lovely work.
That is just such a simple basketball.
Townsville just struggling to chip away at this lead. As they do chip away, then Perth have got an answer. They just come back and get in that 2 game and find a way to score. Airy and Potter.
It's 12 points at halftime. It's back out to 14 now. Clinch Hoykard with the finish.
Line drive for Clinch Hoykard.
Zawi B to Woods. Follows her own ball in, that Maley was all over it. Now McDonald can go quick if she likes. Kicks it to Atwell.
Brilliant time.
Brilliant. I thought Perth rather. Whitcomb eats into it. with an important three. Candy, what did Shannon have to say at the timeout? So if they're close enough, they'll give themselves a huge chance in this last term, but they've got to get close enough. They can't let this lead blow out much more.
Perth are just being Perth. Exclamation point on it with that three-point shot to get him 17 up there. She just goes, what'll I take?
Woods has been outstanding. 2 more for Courtney. She's up to 20 points. As we say, a specialist three-point shooter. Won the college three-point shooting championship back in the day. Sammy Whitcomb finishes. Airy versus Sammy. Airy steps around the screen. Now off to Chippertoni. Perfect example of what you were talking about, Laurie. Airy could have taken the shot. She went to someone in a better spot. Totally changes the discussion at three-quarter time. Reed. There is Brown off the bench, and that's what she can do. Townsville are going to get a lot of looks.
Absolutely, and it's what they do with those. You know, they've got to convert here. Massive conversion there. Executed. Sammy Whitcomb wide open on the rim on a back cut.
16-second differential between shot and game clock. McDonald to the corner. Maley, biggest bucket of the day so far.
Massive Maley.
He's actually still got quite a sense of humour at this pointy end of the game. He said, guys, calm down. You're not Team USA in the Barcelona Olympics. I need you to breathe, relax, and don't let them freak you out. Stick tight on Courtney Woods and don't chase Steph.
Thanks, Candy. Roof rips it out of the hands of Potter to keep it alive for Townsville.
Rafi, that's exactly what you were talking about.
Now Airy. Shot clock to 6. Maley open. Big buckets from Anna Lee on both sides of three-quarter time.
End of the quarter. Wing 3 to start the fourth. Huge.
Woods for the response. Oh, it rolls around and drops. Cass Brown does well, and the putback. Maley again, thought about going inside. Shot clock to 5. Airy just puts it up. Front iron, and away comes Reed. Good start to the final term here for Townsville. Whitcomb. They need these to drop, and Sammy steps up. And as Shannon said to his team, hey, we're only 3 good possessions away from being right in this. McDonald finds Potter, and those two have been sublime this afternoon. So high alert time for the Perth Lynx to stay on here. There's the pressure. They work their way through it. Maley, Atwell. Oh, that hurts.
Well, between Maley and Atwell now. Whew.
Making the big buckets, aren't they? The sort of buckets you need to close out a big semi-final. And Reed comes back the other way. We know Steph's a big game player. Knowing that if they don't, gives them the ball straight back. Zawi B goes left on Potter. He says, not today. Today's my day.
Well, and knew the scout here. She clearly could. She knows that Zoe B wanted that left shoulder. She can make you do something you don't want to do. Spin back to your right. I'm going to eat that.
Sammy to catch and release, and it's a 6-point game. Trying to lift them on D now. Zawi B. She go again from long range. She does!
My goodness.
Amanda Zawi B has taken the scouting report. Zawi B. Not quite this time. Still there for Steph. Sammy from long range.
Good blocking out. Back to fundamentals for Perth. That was a really good rebound.
McDonald hits the accelerator.
Wow.
And that's who Perth, you know, we talk about have it in Whitcomb's hands. This is where you want it. Get it in Ari's hands.
5 seconds to shoot. She does!
Such a big game winner.
11 points again. Sammy for the response off the glass.
Wow.
Townsville desperate for a stop. Atwell from the corner. Oh, are you kidding? Like Tigers punted Augusta, it just sat on the lip.
Again, that just takes the wind out of Townsville's sails.
Have you ever in your life, indeed. 9 points.
You got to give Perth full credit to just still play their style of game right to the bitter end.
Roof. Whitcomb, a slight fumble, so she kicked it out. And Steph makes it. Whitcomb to Reed. Been a dynamic duo this season. Back to Sammy. Steps back out for the 3 and makes it.
Absolutely, and they're playing their style. Their style has won the ball game. They've stuck to it. They've been able to execute it.
Roof drains a 3. And the Lynx are through to their 6th WNBL Grand Final and their 2nd in 3 years. Perth sweep the reigning champs and are now just 2 wins away from their first championship